can't talk about Thomas Buford Maston without including his wife, Essie Mae McDonald Maston, whom he affectionately called Mommy, and their family. As I mentioned Friday, my dad, Jace Jones, a Maston student and friend, told their story in a 1999 address that is now published on the T.B. Maston Foundation website. Dr. Maston, he wrote, was a family man. His life was centered around his wife and their two sons, Thomas McDonald, known as Tom Mack, and Gene. In 1920, T.B. Maston and Essie Mae McDonald enrolled in Southwestern Baptist Theological Seminary in Fort Worth. They married the following summer, and both stayed at the seminary to teach following graduation in 1923. Tom Mack was born in 1925, and Gene was born in 1928. Mrs. Maston retired and sacrificed a promising teaching career to take care of her family. Tom Mack was disabled from birth, never had the use of his arms or legs, never was able to speak, totally dependent on others, communicating only through facial expressions, distinctive grunts, and occasional twisting and turning of his body. In an era in which such persons were typically institutionalized, Dr. and Mrs. Maston insisted on keeping him at home. They fed him, dressed him, took care of all of his needs, but treated him fully as a person with dignity and loving care. And he was a person. Tom Mack, my dad wrote, had an attractive personality of his own and a wonderfully warm and bright smile. In tomorrow's Baptist Brief, we'll conclude this look at T.B. Maston with a few glimpses into his relationship with Tom Mack, and finally, the life and ministry of Gene Maston.